back down at the allotment this morning. We're just going around and seeing what jobs need to be done. There's quite a few dead leaves on this fig tree, so I'm just going around and pruning those off. These ones seem to be slow growing, but there are a lot of them on here, as you can see, quite a few here. But it looks like spiders might have got to them, as there's quite a few webs. I don't know if it's just regular spiders or spider mites, but they don't seem to be damaging the figs, so that's a promising sign. So I'll just get rid of these leaves, just so it looks a bit fresher. There's new ones coming up, so it is still growing, albeit very slowly. The beans have started to come up a lot more now. On this vine there's quite a few in between, as you can see. So they're not quite ready, I don't think. No, they don't feel ready. So we'll leave those on there for a bit longer. We just went through and tidied up the tomatoes and just restaked them and just tied them back up again, since they were all falling down. So we just did our best to tie them back up so that they were just a bit more upright, and hopefully they'll get a bit more sunlight so these ones actually ripen. Of these ones just in here, a lot of them, the bottom was going rotten, so we've just taken those ones off, and hopefully these ones are okay. I'm not sure if they're similar to the ones in the hanging basket. Just another dead branch here that has to go, so I'll just cut that up. Like, you only see them when you're walking around sometimes. That one's got tomatoes on, so I'll leave that one. You can see quite a few of the branches off have kind of dried up, so I'll just get rid of any of those. I'll just tidy up the plant a bit there. See, there is quite a few tomatoes still on them. These ones have gotten bigger. I think I'll just store the smaller ones are ripening up first. We did get quite a few of these smaller ones. As you can see, they're all different colours. I've still got quite a few left at home. You can see we've got a few more courgettes and a cucumber. There are still more courgettes coming up again, so just keep an eye on those so they don't get too big. Here is the callaloo. I don't think it's quite ready yet. Dee said it won't be ready until it starts to flower. I don't see any flowers on here just yet, so we'll leave that for longer. The swede is kind of being overrun by weeds, so we'll have to try and pull those weeds out and see if that helps the swede. I don't know how big it is underneath. You won't know until it looks, well, I'm not sure what to look out for. If it grows like beetroot and starts to come up out of the ground, if you know, just let us know please. So all these weeds will just come through and pull out, and then that should just neaten up the bed a bit. I don't think they're that deep into the bed, so they should be quite easy to remove, so we'll go through and do that afterwards. The cucumber vine, there's still more cucumbers growing. There's one just here that's getting a bit bigger, another one just here. I think there's a few at the bottom as well, but they're quite small at the moment. We're just going to go round and cut off these dead leaves, and that should hopefully encourage a bit more growth just there. just the Brussels sprouts. They're still growing up. They're getting a bit bigger now, whereas before they were quite small. Now they're getting a lot bigger. There are a few like wasps and bees underneath there where they've gotten in. Don't think they can escape, but we might just move that up a bit. The wasabi are doing okay. Just gonna cut back these dead leaves while I remember. Every time I come here I completely forget. So just get rid of those. And hopefully that should help. As it grows as a root anyway, so it should be fine to be trimmed down at the top. Hopefully, like the mango wurzel, it springs back, because the mango wurzel here, so that's sprung back. Just chop off a few of these more dead leaves. Again, this was the bigger bucket that Dee planted. I think he planted a few too many in here. So just going to go through this and cut out all the dead leaves. And then that should hopefully help it to recover a bit better. So hopefully we get a few. They might not be massive, but they might get to at least possibly the size of a small beetroot. These ones in here might be a bit bigger, where I separated them. I'm not sure about this one at the very bottom here. That one might end up dying. Let's get rid of that dead leaf there. And there are some dead leaves at the bottom underneath. So that looks a bit better now. Ants seem to be getting into everything. I don't know if it's the soil or if there's an ant hill somewhere, because they just seem to be in all the buckets, the beds, even in the polytunnel. In the chilies there's ants. So I'm not sure where they're all coming up from. So I might have to see if there's like a stronger ant spray or powder that can go down that will actually get rid of them, because they just seem to be constantly coming back up. It's like you sprinkle the powder and then by the time you come again there's a lot more of them. So I think this looks a bit better now. So that should encourage that to come back up. Got the marigold here. That's kind of gone crispy and dried out. I'll just get rid of the more crisper leaves. I think the soil needed a bit more moisture to it. As you can see, it's starting to come away from the sides of the pot, so it is quite dry. This summer has been quite tough for anyone growing fruit and veg, because it's just been drying up or over ripening before you even have a chance to pick it. The rosemary as well, there's a few dried ones. I'll just cut those ones out. And then that should spring back up. This side is doing quite well here, so that should be fine. There was a blackberry bush here, but as you can see, they're not really ripening, these ones. but they might be ripening a bit slower, so we might get a few more blackberries on our patch here. There's another one just underneath there, just starting to turn colour. So we might get a few more, I'm not going to say a load, but definitely a few. The herbs, they're not looking too healthy at the moment. Might go around and just have to trim off some more of these dead leaves and of the parsley underneath as well. That looks a bit dead. So just give that a trim. Get rid of those leaves. So just where everything's drying up at the moment. We have been like coming every 2 to 3 days to water. But even though I think it just needs to actually rain, and that should help. But none is forecasted at the moment. The rhubarb, you can see that's coming back. I think we've harvested this about 5 times now, and it's come back up again. So we're going to get a lot more rhubarb. I know D used to make juice with it, but while he's not been here, nothing has been made at the moment. He did make one before he left, and that went into the freezer. You can see that's coming back up again, and the stalks are even thicker on these ones than they were before. Because before they were more like this size, but you can see they're double that now on some of these ones. The ones in between and the ones at the back are a lot smaller. So they'll be ready to harvest again soon actually, once they grow up a bit more. I think because this pumpkin vine didn't get any pollination, it's just starting to die back. Just in the polytunnel here. You can see the tomato plants again. These ones in here are drying up. I'll have to try and stake those ones up and see if that helps. The bucket of carrots, I know there was way too many carrots in there, they are still quite small, but you can see some of the leaves still look fresh, so maybe those ones might get a bit bigger. We'll have to see what happens. The beans on this one, you can see they're drying up quite a bit now. I don't think any beans actually grew on this plant, so we might just chop that back. A lot of the dead leaves, as well the chilies are suffering quite a bit in here. I think they actually prefer the cooler temperatures. So I know when we came the end of last year, around like December into January, more were growing up and the plants looked a bit healthier where it was a bit cooler. These ones you can see they're ripening now. There are a few back here that we need to harvest, so we'll take those ones off. Whilst I remember. So you can see the size of these ones, they've gotten a lot bigger from the ones that we had last year. Again, there were lots of webs and spiders in these ones. So we'll just clean those off. There are more on this one here, so we'll just harvest those as well. These ones are a bit smaller, so I might leave those ones for a little bit longer. But we've just got some tidying up in here to do, so we'll get on with that and then we'll be back with you. Hi everyone, so just going through and just making sure everything has been thoroughly watered. As the soil in some of these beds is like clay, so it just gets really dry. So we've done everything we came down to do today in the pumpkin patch. The pumpkins aren't quite ready yet, the stems are still drying out. So we'll just leave those for now. In this bed it looks like it's starting to subside more because everything is kind of sinking down a lot more in this bed. So we've just got to take off those corn cobs around the back. I think cameraman can probably reach those. So they just need to come out. Since they should be ready now. So these melons are still doing quite well. I think this one, the smaller one, might just be a small variety, as it's not really getting any larger. So I might just leave that for a little bit longer and see if it does get any bigger, but it might just be one of the smaller ones, because these ones here, you can see they're sizing up. Especially this one is getting a lot rounder now. So we just made sure that this has stayed watered every time we come down here. In the pumpkin patch, there's still quite a few where we've cleared out all the dead leaves. They're kind of more exposed now, so hopefully that should help them to dry out a bit faster. You can now see the two larger ones on that side. So they're just starting to dry out now. And they say, I think when they go matte in colour rather than really shiny, that's when you know they're like hardening off and a bit more ready. You've got these ones also back here growing. I think this vine might be safe for us to cut. I don't think there's anything on there, so we'll just cut that vine back. The Cape gooseberries, they didn't do too well this year, because you remember last year when we came, they were kind of growing into the end of the year into early this year. But I think they've just been put in the wrong position, or maybe too many were in there. This melon here as well is getting a lot bigger, and the melon next to it. So those are getting a lot bigger as well, so we'll leave those as they are for now, as they seem to be doing well over there. There's quite a few new pumpkins coming up as well, some smaller ones. So it's just having to go home and find space for them all once they are ready to harvest. So that's it for us today. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. If you do want to leave us a comment, we will get back to you. And we'll see you all in the next video.